This video is going to talk about how you can use the outline and your note cards to help form your research paper. So when you are in Noodle Tools, you can either go ahead and start using your outline right away, or perhaps you can wait until you see like what I have. I've got different piles of information. That might help you form your outline. Depending on how you like to approach your research, you may already have some real general ideas for what you're going to be looking for, or as you're doing research, you may find things that you were completely unaware of. So in this case, I'm looking at the early colonies, the first colony, Roanoke Island in the early colonies in the United States. And so this is some basic information that I have already found. So if you look over here at the outline, it's giving me a spot to go ahead and put my first topic. So I can go ahead and click on that. So I could just say, let's say exploration is going to be my very first one. Um, and we're going to talk about, let's just say that's the first one. So I'm going to go ahead and hit enter. Now if I want to create something else, if it says I want to add a subtopic, I can go ahead and create a subtopic to that. And I'm going to go ahead and talk about the queen because obviously I have a card about the queen. So I'm going to add that. Now if I want to add another topic, I can go ahead and do this, but let's say I don't want to add another subtopic. So I'm just going to go ahead and click on the X right now because I don't have anything right now that I want to put under the queen. But I do want to add something else, so I'm going to go ahead and click the plus button again. And because I got rid of my subtopic, it's going to say, okay, what's the second topic that you want to do? So then I'm going to put, I want to do Sir Walter because he was obviously an explorer. So I'm going to hit return, and then I'm going to go ahead and click the plus button again. It wants to do another subtopic. I'm going to say his life and his exploring. And now let's say I want to do a third main topic. It says do you want a subtopic? Just hit return. And if you're not ready to deal with that subtopic, go ahead and click delete. Now you can't use the delete button on your keyboard. If you do that, it's going to kick you out, and Noodle Tools doesn't like that. It really wants you to use the buttons that they have here. So now let's say I want to do, it's going to say, do you want to add a subtopic? So I'm going to do another topic, and let's say I do Roanoke, which of course I spelled incorrectly. So let's say I want to say the Roanoke colony. Okay. Now, if I look over here, I can start to say, okay, as I'm going through and wanting to put my paper together, kind of get an idea later on as you're putting your information together, you can go back and you can look at all of your piles of your note cards. And you can kind of start saying, these are, well, obviously I didn't have much in this one, just as an example, but you can go through and you can look at what your cards have on them. So let's say I decide that I want to take my two right here with general information, and I want to put them under Roanoke Colony. So I can just drag and drop them right on top of that particular part of my outline. And I'm going to say, yes, I want to add this to my outline. And then let's see, I've got the Sir Walter Raleigh one. So I'm going to go ahead and drop that on Sir Walter Raleigh. And that pops right down there. And you see it's actually putting in the cards right there. And then if I have something on the queen, I can go ahead and drop it right there where the queen is. And now I have that. So this will help you as you're starting to put your paper together, because then if you want, you can go ahead and print your outline just as something to take a look at. But you want to make sure that you print the outline with the note cards. So I'm going to go ahead and click on HTML because that will print just fine. And if you don't care about having the source in there, just as a way to look at your information, I would just get rid of everything except for quotation and paraphrase. Then you go ahead and click submit. And it's basically showing you the information that you have in here, and it's saying, okay, this was a direct quote, this was a direct quote, this was a direct quote. And you can go ahead and see how your paper is coming together with your note cards.